There is one system from the 6th generation I never had at any point, but contained some awesome exclusive games, and for the most part was the place to play multi-platform titles. That system was the original Microsoft Xbox in all its oversized PC-based glory. If you're like me, you may have bear witness to the merger that resulted in the brief, but generally brilliant, G4 Tech TV, which involved me watching numerous episodes of Cheat, Icons, and X-Play, viewing many Xbox games I never had a chance to play at the time of their release. Some of these titles were in fact multi-platform and available on the PlayStation 2, the system I did have at that time. However, Microsoft's behemoth was generally home to the best version of these games, with added attention to graphical detail that often made the PlayStation 2 and GameCube look a half generation behind. In concert with its PC-derived roots, plenty of Xbox-centric titles would see release on the PC and vice versa. For those nostalgic about their experiences on the Xbox, or for those like me who are a combination of nostalgic and feel like they missed out, the PC offers the best platform to satisfy those old man-like urges to relive the past.
That's how you get them.
Some of you are saying, well, we have HD remasters on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 in high definition, with often improved graphics, but so many of those HD remasters are still limited to 720p and 30 FPS, which is generally pathetic. So why limit yourself when you can get the best picture and experience possible on the PC?
You look nice.
Thank you.
Wow, those two are so nice.
I'm going to examine the PC version of many games classically attributed to the Xbox. Because I have yet to play a fair number of these titles, this is going to be an ongoing series. Each feature is focused on one game, as to allow myself thorough investigation of these titles and to present a better, more informed presentation to the viewer. I will be looking at how well the game translates to the PC platform, from general optimization, graphics, and controls, even to the installation experience. So sit back and get super comfy, let's examine our first title. Number 1 on our list is one of the most unique takes on the often cliché-ridden shooter genre, in the form of Oddworld Stranger's Wrath. You play the aptly named Stranger, a Clint Eastwood-like bounty hunter for hire, seeking the funds to pay for a life-saving surgical procedure. It's one part general 3D platformer, one part Halo, and all parts strange, in the typical Oddworld tradition. With the click of a button, you instantly switch from general platform gameplay to first-person shooting, involving a most unique system of gunplay, a crossbow that fires live ammunition. And by live, I really mean living, both when it's collected and when it's fired. Each ammo type is suited for a particular use, and some embody the typical weapon types you see in normal FPS games, while others are completely unique in their intended approach and use. Along the way, you hunt bounties, battle their hapless henchmen, interact with the locals, and slowly discover the Stranger's secrets as the story unfolds. Oddworld Stranger's Wrath was once an Xbox exclusive, but was redeveloped into an HD remaster for most modern platforms and the PC by way of Steam. I remember buying an original copy of the Xbox version in 2006 or so, expecting it to join the growing list of backwards compatible Xbox titles on the Xbox 360. But boy was I disappointed when it never happened, and that was already having to live through the cancellation of the PlayStation 2 version. The PC version supports pretty much every resolution under the sun, and of course up to the maximum refresh rate of your monitor. As expected, the game plays well with an Xbox 360 controller once you get it all properly set up, and would be my recommended control method. Compared to the original Xbox version, Oddworld Stranger's Wrath HD is featured with some major graphics improvements, in particular geometry and textures. Despite this, any reasonably modern PC, even those with more recent integrated graphics, should be able to run this HD remaster no problem. The official PC system requirements state an older dual-core processor paired with an anemically old DirectX 9.0C graphics card is necessary to run this game. However, a cheap, recent dedicated graphics card will help guarantee 60 FPS 1080p performance if that is your goal. Whether you get it at the current regular price of $9.99 or you catch it on sale at $2.49 on Steam, it is absolutely worth getting. Just go out and get it now. One unfortunate thing I should mention about Stranger's Wrath HD is apparently many people have compatibility issues with it. I personally encountered one real issue. and that was a save game loading bug that in the last couple areas towards the end of the game refused to allow me to load my last save. I would get killed, and when I tried to load my last save, the game would just crash. The only way around this was to just flat out restart the game from the desktop and load in my saves from the title screen. It was pretty annoying, but I managed to deal with it anyways. Other than that glaring issue, once again, I encountered no actual runtime problems. My system is comprised of an Intel i5 4690K, Radeon R9 270, 16GB of DDR3, and Windows 7. I imagine anyone else running an i-series CPU and Radeon GC graphics with Windows 7 should have no problems at all. But even if you do encounter issues, they are likely fixable, and Oddworld Stranger's Wrath HD is worth a bit of hassle. It's just an absolute classic original Xbox game that still holds up 10 years later and plays even better at 1080p 60fps on the right hardware. So that's all I have for you today, folks. As mentioned earlier, this will be a series where I'll be covering other Xbox-centric titles that released on the PC, with the next video being on the very awesome, very fun Psychonauts. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on it when it drops onto YouTube. Also, be sure to give a like if you enjoyed this, and I look forward to speaking with you guys again. Thanks for joining me here today.